Yes, sir. Top of the week, man. How are you?
Better than I deserve.
Good
How about
stuff.
yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Just celebrating my birthday. Wifey took me to a real nice restaurant downtown called Papa Do's. I know for some of y'all I ain't too nice, but to me it's nice because it's a rare visiting that we get to go by there. Had some time with family, friends, caught up and all that good stuff, and I also had a show, sold some merch. You know what I'm saying? Indie artist life, and so
Man, why don't you tell us about your show?
man, I honestly I forgot. It was one of those things where there was so much going on in the week, it slipped my mind. But I mean, it was good though. Overall, good. You know, sold a lot of merch. That's what I was most excited about because it's like, man, we're starting to really get into the business side of things. You know, we constantly talk about tying some type of product to your artist career, something you can monetize as an artist, and I think the apparel thing is definitely that for me. So exciting weekend, and super looking forward to this next year of my 30-year-old life. Heard you get old at this point. I still feel young, still feel great. You just turned 32, right?
Yep. About, what was it, a few weeks before you. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so you feel great, right? You don't feel
feel all right.
any back problems yet?
If I sit better in this chair, probably have. I don't really have back problems like that now.
Yeah.
But my posture can probably use work.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, so far so good. Looking forward to a great week. But yeah, on to today's topic. It's been trending very, very much so that the recent passing or murdering of rapper Young Dolph happened just a few days ago on, I believe, November 17th, I believe it was. So, man, yet again, another tragic incident. You know, we just talked about some of the crazy things that have been happening in the world of hip hop last week with the whole Astro World deaths, and fast forward, another artist gone. So, man, I just wanted to hit on this a little bit. This wasn't the first assassination attempt of Young Dolph, and if you listen to his music, it's quite evident that he was in the streets, talked a lot about killing and things like that. And we talked about, again, last week, the energy that you put out there, you can't be surprised when you get that same energy back. And this is no, indictment on him or his career. This is just, man, like I'm calling everybody to be responsible. Like we have to be just way more responsible about what we distribute out into the world, out into the atmosphere, because, life is too precious. And, this incident right here with Young Dolph, there's a lot of rumors going around, a lot of speculation, but I think the bottom line is, dude, what are we putting out there? How are we guarding, not just our lives, but our loved ones, our families? This guy was a husband, a son, a businessman in the community, and
So he had 2 kids, right?
yes,
Father.
yeah, father, yeah, absolutely. And he lost his life. And so, what are your thoughts on this?
A lot of people, whenever somebody dies like this, it is tragic. And I am more focused. My primary focus is like this. It doesn't have to be this way in the first place. So, like, instead of having this talk, we regularly have these talks because it'd be nice if there were less people that died like this or died many other ways that are preventable. If there's a just war in society, meaning, let's say that there's a country, running around killing 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, so something like that. And another country is coming in and saying, like, all right, you guys need to stop by XYZ date, or we are going to have to come in.
Right.
All right, something like that is what most people would call a just war, which you could argue could possibly be happening in many countries today, but it's not. But I'll digress off that. these, and you have to look at what exactly are you fighting for?
Yeah.
Who taught you about what you're fighting for? Why did they teach you it? It's getting to the root of kind of why people are how they are.
Right.
Did you just grow up like this? If this is a bad behavior, like as if you're 35, 25, 55, however old you are listening to this, and the people in your circle, you have to think about how is what I'm consuming affecting other people around me.
Right.
Even if it's just music or entertainment, you have to guard yourself.
That's right.
I've talked many times about these companies. They'll say one thing, and then the message they push just doesn't match.
Yes.
And people really think that they can be morally relative. You can never be morally relative. It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie. Stop believing it.
Yeah.
There is no such thing.
That's right.
There is moral objectivity. Something is true. You need to worry about not your feelings on it. You need to worry about I want to believe as many true things as possible and as little false things as possible. Now, that is a hard truth to face. Some people will find help with a counselor in that. Some people will find help with their friend group in that. A small group at church, if you don't go to church, and you're going to wrestle with these questions anyway. So even if let's say you don't believe in church right now, by all means, just check out a small group or something along those lines. Like you are going to have to wrestle with the questions someday anyway. Avoiding them doesn't help anything. I know it's very uncomfortable to wrestle with these questions. Everybody's going to die. That is, I think a lot of people would kind of just suppress that because, why would you just think about that all the time? But it's going to happen. Right. So you may as well dive deep into these topics, and that's going to get you. I know we're talking about Young Dolph right now, but I'm taking this broader into why do you think how you think? Why are you doing what you're doing? Where did this come from?
Yeah.
Why are we here anyway? Why is there such design in the earth? Why is all of this stuff goes together? So when you are not nurtured from a young age, I don't know what his home life was growing up, but something had to lead to him, making music as he did. Not to say that he never made a great song. I don't know. I haven't really heard his music all like that. But it's pretty safe to bet there was a high percentage of it that had stuff that was not good in it. And objectively good. So it doesn't have to happen. We don't have to. You guys don't have to listen to it. You can admire some of the stuff he does. If he has qualities of entrepreneurship in him, bring out those qualities and encourage these people like we're doing right now on our show, as we do every week, encourage people to use those gifts in a productive manner.
That's right.
Not in a destructive manner. You can still be an entrepreneur. You can be a business person, but you change that for good. The Bible talks about you were once a thief, but now you use your hands to do good work. So if you were really good at stealing before, you're probably going to be really good at doing something better with that now.
That's right.
So those are my thoughts on it. You guys don't have to do this. I know a lot of the concepts we talk about on the show are kind of abstract for a lot of people. If you've always thought one way, then it's really hard to act on something different. I think I'm probably just more used to thinking abstractly. And that is why maybe I take action a bit quicker, and why these different concepts, we kind of just dive right into them.
Yeah.
So if you are not wired that way, it may be a little bit harder. You may take longer to do it. You may stay stuck in different cycles and patterns, but you don't have to make music like that just because you heard it. You don't have to listen to that. Yeah. You don't have to watch movies that are toxic or TV that's toxic. Yeah. I really don't care what Netflix puts out there, or Amazon, or any of them. Just because that's the narrative that people push does not mean you have to believe it.
Facts.
very unfortunate. Condolences to his family members that are left, without their father.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go.
Yeah.
So you get to choose, despite what people tell you. You do get to choose. That doesn't mean every choice you make is correct, by the way. But you get to choose what you want to do.
That's right.
So it's up to you guys.
Yes, sir. Well said.